Folks, get ready to reminisce, find closure with someone you've never met before. It's Let's Unpack, a live coming-of-age experience presented by CJ!
I know what you're doing. I see it all too clear. I only taste the same.
Wow. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is really beautiful. This is like it's been a lot. I guess, how do we get into it? First things first, yes, I am an Aquarius with an Aries moon, which means I'm kind of like a fidgety, pissed off hot air balloon most of the time. I am a quarter Philadelphian. I spent some time here growing up. The biggest era, I would say the biggest impact was 1997. So Clueless had come out in 95, and that pretty much, like, I saw it in theaters. It was immediately my favorite movie. I went out, I got the knee socks, I got the skirt, I got the feather pen. I ran back to my 4th grade class, and so I could knock my pen off my desk, because my crush, Lee, sat 3 rows behind me, and you know what? He picked it up. Nothing else happened after that, but it was a step in the right direction. So I was feeling really good. I did, from there, move to Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. So I was living in Snellville, Georgia at the time, moved to Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. Very different. I've had a lot of north-south experiences in my life. So I'll never forget the first day of, this is 4th grade, by the way, so like 4th grade, half the year, new school, rest of 4th grade, and I'm just standing there waiting for the morning bell, and this kid is standing in front of me, and he just looks at my outfit, and I have on the knee socks, and the feather pen, and the skirt, and I think I look great, and he's just like, yo, them socks look dumb. I was like, shit. Oh no, rewind tape, what happened? So that was rough immediately right off the bat. I always had a hard time fitting in with the other black kids. You know, they would call me Oreo. I'm like, oh, you mean like a delicious treat that everyone likes, right? And they're like, no, we mean like black on the outside, white on the inside. I'm like, oh, no. You mean like socially conscious and deeply moved by Dr. King's dream, so much so, and the volatile history of our country, that I'm deeply committed to understanding and celebrating the many facets of American culture, so that together, step by step, day by day, we can work on bettering humanity and the universe. Is that no? So needless to say, I did have a hard time fitting in. But it's okay, you know, I was really confident. I had a lot of confidence back then. This is when I was 12 years old. Actually, just wanted to share just a little inkling of that. My 6th grade yearbook, just to give you an idea of who we're looking at. So I am wearing a suit to picture day. I really had my head on strong. I had a good center. It was really focused. Some little key notes here. Favorite subject, math and science. That sort of checks out. Favorite expression, woo woo woo. That's from Sinclair. Show living single, if you're familiar. The one thing I remember about 6th grade, the boys and dare. Very impactful program, also true. But what I want to get at is down at the bottom there, future dreams. So just so you know, this is completely 100% like from the heart. This is what I felt at age 12. My future dream was to graduate from either Howard or Spelman and earn a degree in doctoring as a backup. And as my main dream, I'd like to be a singer/actress and win both Oscar and Grammy Awards. So I really did have like I had my head on strong there, and that's a good thing. But it was hard to be around. I get that, but I did eventually make friends. I joined the diversity club. Did anyone else have a diversity club in your school? Does that sound familiar? Okay, nice, awesome. It was great. We went on trips and we learned important things to feel and say about everyone. And I grew a lot from that. I did assemblies, and I choreographed dances to Nelly songs. If you wanna go into so it was really fun. And I really came into my own. I did find myself in large part thanks to pop culture. I learned a lot of what it meant to be American from movie soundtracks.
It's been 1 week
and episodes of The Real World Hawaii. I will never forget the pilot episode, when they all get to the house and they pick their rooms, and Tech Holmes, future MTV VJ, he goes out in the back and he's just singing Jumper from Third Eye Blind into the ocean behind their decked out bungalow, and I was just this is me! This channel really gets me. So I pretty much watched that exclusively for the next 15 years. It really went off the rails, I guess, but I'm still keeping it together. So that's a good thing. And luckily, things did turn around for me. I did move back to Georgia for high school, and that was nice because that was a chance to reinvent myself and maybe finally try out that English accent. I was just so exhausted. I was so exhausted from this is probably the 13th time I moved at this point, and I'm 13 years old, so that's and I was just tired of chameleonizing and being in new environments and having to make new friends, and it was just blah. I felt the deep need to hide. And I also hated my new school. It was very much like Mrs. Nelson is Missing had exploded everywhere. Do you guys... Is this anyone? Mrs. Nelson's Missing? It's a great book. So what I did is I just listened to a lot of Linkin Park on the bus. I tried so hard. And that helped me get through that. And it was very therapeutic, and I recommend it to everyone. It's honestly a great record. I did eventually change schools, and when I got to my new school, I thought, okay, here's what I do. Here's how I fix my life. I joined the drama club because, I want to be an actress, I want to be a singer, so I need to meet the other deeply tortured children. So that's what I did, and it was really great. Avril Lavigne appeared right around this time from the heavens. So I got the tie. I got the shorts from Old Navy and from the boys section, and I just really owned that look, and I had this newfound emo confidence, which was really helping me out. I learned a lot of new music that time, and I really just grew into my own. I really had a new me that I was working with, and it was great. But despite all the twists and turns, I didn't, get into hard drugs or anything. I didn't drink. I was a good kid. I was kind of straight edge or whatever, I guess. I didn't know what that was at the time. But I didn't drink till I was 19. And that was really tough because I go to parties a lot. You know how in the movies there's always the rich girl who has the house and she goes to parties. And so there's all these kids shoving red Solo cups in my face all the time. And I'm I don't need it. Music is my drug. Just give me another rock star energy drink, which is my drink of choice. And, instead I'll just go make out with this boy wearing 2 polo shirts from your AP Lit class. So I had my priorities in order. But it was great, and the OC came out around this time, which was perfect, because that gave me both a place in this world and also a sexual awakening. Just all take in the beauty of Seth Cohen, very important pillar of our culture. But yeah, so that pretty much catches us up with who, where we are, where we were, where I am, who I am. Today, though, a little different. I'm feeling officially dead inside, which is cool. It's a new thing for me. I feel like I should win some kind of award. This is definitely a pinnacle point in my life. Things have changed a lot. My life right now is kind of like that movie Soul Food. Have you guys ever seen it? Anybody? It's a great movie. But yeah, my mom got sick last year, so that's what brought me and my husband to this area this time around. Kind of a bummer. She was my best friend. I am that millennial, so it definitely took my spirit down. But what she wanted was for me to not give up, and so here I am, not giving up. But because of all that, we have been staying in Delaware. And Delaware is truly the worst place.
Into pieces, this is my last resort.
It's they were just first state, tax-free, we're done. No more evolution required. It's basically the landmass equivalent of a couch potato. You know what I mean? Just total complacency. It's kind of like Matthew McConaughey in Failure to Launch. And I am just trying so hard not to be Sarah Jessica Parker.
Don't save her, she don't wanna be sick. Don't save her, she don't wanna be sick.
It's really tough. You don't want to take on those challenges if it's not. But I really do love it. I love it. I love the people. It's a great place. But It's interesting. It's interesting. But I did get married last year, which is great. We met while living in NYC. I've never felt more close to Ashley Simpson. He is truly just a salt of the earth, just a South Jersey gentleman. You know, he harvests and curates and digests his own peanut butter cups, and it's just a really good relationship. And it's been really good for us to spend some time getting to, oh yeah, that's a picture of us actually. Really shares our truth. That's our truth there. But it has been a blessing for us to get to know my dad and learn more about him. How do I explain my dad? He's just a fantastic creature. The other day I was walking down the stairs and I saw him. So he has like his tablet in front of me. He's playing like Legends of the Forest or something on his tablet, just like killing. And then on his computer screen right here, there's a muted Eagles game from 5 years ago. And then directly above that, there on a 42-inch screen is the original animated Beauty and the Beast at full volume. And at this, I just burst into tears. I was like, this is the most beautiful depiction, so accurate of this person. So my dad's great. Yeah. But personally, I'm working on myself, you know, but who is that? Really, it's a journey. I feel like, you know, I've been searching for 32 years for the perfect person, and I'm getting exhausted. Where is she? That's kind of how that line goes. It's a line from Sex and the City. Is that familiar? You know, where is she? I have always felt really close to the character of Charlotte because my vagina is also depressed. I've actually always considered myself more of like a Charlotte Miranda hybrid. Do you know? That's how we used to categorize ourselves before the Harry Potter houses. So you guys can remember that? It was a really big thing for a while. Anyways, it's important to have a strong group of friends. Support you through hard times. Let's see, what else we got here? Some new goals. I have some new goals for myself because it has been a rough year. So what I'm trying to do now is just take stock of the little things and just kind of take every day as it comes. Life is a journey. Every day is a winding road. Sheryl Crow. I'm newly lactose intolerant, which is exciting. So that's something that's like new and fun to manage. Keep my mind off of things. I don't know who I am, so I don't really know how to read the signals that are in my body. Like I'll have a feeling of impending doom, and I'm not sure whether I should run towards it for an impactful learning experience or run far, far away. So I'm still working on reading those signals. But I did follow my instinct to go back part-time to my old college job. And that's good. You know, it's recommended not to get anything too big when you are dealing with grief. So I strapped on my Motion City soundtrack shirt day one, and I just ran in there, and I was just like, is anybody else mentally and spiritually exhausted? Because I could really use a friend. And that's been going well. I've got a scene forming, so it's been all positive there. I have been terrorizing the staff at the mall Panera, though, and that's something that I did not plan. I've been ordering Americanos off the menu. Did you guys know that they don't have that there? They don't make an Americano. And I know it's like, your New York is showing, but like, it's coffee and water. So, but I've kind of owned, you know, delivering this life lesson. So I'm just like, hey, you know, yeah, coffee, water, Cassandra, you got this. You know, don't shit the bed. Think logically. It's 2 ingredients. Everything might not be fine, but you got this. You know, you got this. And I've really gotten really close to the staff there. So that's been really great. Like, that's a positive thing, and I'm super excited about that. But let's see, what else? Oh, I've been going to therapy. And that's been really good. She is great. She's great. I've pretty much just been trying so hard not to become a girl in a dashboard confessional song. So hard, just a total monster incapable of love. Because what's happened is like my personal brand of unachievable wholeness has just gone off the rails, and I feel like I have no control over everything, over anything, everything, some things, one thing. But what I have figured out that I can control is making playlists. So I've turned to playlisting to help me compartmentalize, like it's my job. Which would be very nice, actually. Hit me up if you guys need a mix. I can been helping me circumvent the corporate machine. You know, we all gotta do that. Honestly, though, the American dream is a burden. It's a true burden. Has anyone here thought about buying a home? Is anyone planning to purchase a home in the near future? Is that a goal of anyone? Right? You know, it's like, well, I've never had a home. You know, as I mentioned, I moved around a lot, so I've lived in a lot of houses, but I never had like a place that I could call home. So I'm really fixated on making this plan work, but I have no idea how to do it successfully. But luckily for all of us, I came across something, and I just want to grab it and show you. Let's see here. So it's this book, and it's called Career Choices. And it's from 1990. So I found this going through all my childhood stuff, and I was like, oh, this is a sign. Like, I love that. I'm like, things happen for a reason, right? Like, oh, I gotta follow this. So I felt like this was too good not to share, and I really wanted to like share this with you guys, especially this is about like the future, it's about progress, it's about moving forward. So they had a page on housing, so this really stood out to me, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. So what they say in this book is, so housing is the most expensive item on most people's budgets. Right. True. It's possible that your future spouse, a titled aristocrat, will inherit the family estate, tax-free of course, but don't count on it. It's actually a little humor there. For the purposes of this exercise, assume that you will have to allot a portion of your income for a place to live. I know that's like out of some of our scopes, but just try and get to like where this is going. And this part's important. Keep your own values in mind as you complete this exercise. It's your dreams we're interested in, not your mom's or your best friend's. Did that not like resonate? I was just like, holy shit. That's exactly like that was for me. So I hope that helps someone else. That was really good. And then they give you a little bit of like activities, which I thought was pretty cool. Like some things to think about. So I really want us all to do this. Like this could really change us, I think, for the better. So I just want to take a second. And everyone here, think about this. Like, where do you want to live? Government housing, a rental apartment, a cooperative, a rental house, your own home, a condo, a farm or a ranch, a cabin, a luxury home or estate, no permanent home, or other, which I kind of like leaving that open, like what could that be? And then some pretty standard questions, you know, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, and then other distinguishing features, and guys, I want you to think about what that means to you and no one else. Like, what are some things you were looking for? And then, you know, got some standard things here, like the next thing you want to do, absolutely check the classified section of the newspaper to get an idea of the sales price of homes and rental prices. And then there's like these charts you can look at, but I don't have that page, but it's basically Wikipedia. It's like census data stuff. But yeah, you just plug all those numbers in and boom, you got it. So you're welcome, right? Thanks, Career Choices book. I feel fantastic after this. And I really feel like we're all in a better place now. We have the information. And that's what tonight is about. And that's why I'm so glad that you guys are here. And I'm just so glad that we got to know each other. And I look forward to knowing more about you. And thank you for listening to me just like about my past, because I do enjoy making new friends. But honestly, like, I feel much better after this expression and sharing, so thank you. And I think that pretty much catches us up, but before we go, I do want to share one more thing with you. It's really special. I was looking through my old yearbook from 10th grade, and does anyone else still like have their yearbooks around? I really recommend that you go back and read some of the messages that some of these people left you, because honestly, there's gold in there. Like, there's some real truth in there. There's some real sweet little sounds. So I just want to leave us with some parting words from my 10th grade yearbook. First one, hey girl, it's been great knowing you. I'm glad we had art together, even though the class itself sucks. Have fun. Remember, you're only young once. So I think that was nice for all of us. We are only young once. Thank you, Nicole. Next up, Markeisha says, stay crazy cool forever. I think we can all do that. So let's all stay crazy cool forever. And then the last one here, very sweet. I hope you have a good summer. and have lots of fun the rest of your life. Did not intend on seeing that person again, I guess. But in that light, guys, I do hope you have a good summer, and I hope you have fun the rest of your lives. And thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Keep it going for CJ with Let's Unpack. Now, our second show is starting in just a minute, so stay right where you are. We're not gonna